What's up, folks? This your boy Dino, aka Solid Five,
And Nikki T. Berry creeping the real,
and
and we
we
are
are the
the
Boo
Boo
Crew. So
Crew.
scared.
Boo,
Um, ooh, so scared. Uh,
spooky.
we have we have a guest this week. You've seen her on many things, especially the
hmm
last couple of years. Um, she is Danielle Scott. Welcome.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, thank you for having me, and hello everybody watching. Nice to be here.
So you've been busy the last couple of years, very busy.
Oh, I have been busy. I suddenly found myself turning into a bit of a scream queen, to be honest.
Yeah.
I did quite a lot of horror movies. I went from never having done one to, I think, over 40 horror titles now. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you could say I've been pretty busy getting covered in blood and gore, and it's been amazing.
So let's go back a little in time though. So
hmm
how did all this start?
Okay.
How did you get here?
I got here, it was completely by chance. I wasn't that familiar with the indie horror scene. So I'd obviously seen a few indie horrors, and there was a casting website in the UK called Mandy,
hmm
and I was on there, and I got approached by a horror producer, and it was just, hadn't applied for anything, but I just got sent an unsolicited message saying we're interested in you in this role, and it was a lead role for an indie horror film.
Yeah.
And normally you get those kind of messages, and it's a bit out of the blue, and it's some guy that normally wants to meet up with you and show you
Right.
his script or something. You know, when someone just messages you saying we've got this great role, normally they get inundated with applications, so they don't need to reach out to people. But I must have fit exactly what they were looking for, and it was a woman. It was Louisa Warren, who runs Champ Dog, and she was doing the demonic plastic surgeon, and she wanted me to play the role of Alexa, who was the bad girl, the bad um, in it, and a really cool role. So I read the script. And then they said they were shooting within a couple of weeks. We had a phone call, did a little audition, and then I got the role, and it went really well. And from there, I met another producer, and they asked me to be in something else. And it kind of snowballed. I think if you work well, and you can work well under pressure, and you don't mind the late nights, and you've
Yeah.
got a really good scream, you're going to get invited back. So I kind
hmm
of made a bit of a name for myself in that genre quite quickly. So that's how it started, just by
Now,
chance, really.
as a child growing up, were you in the theater or acting or art or anything like that before all this?
Before, yeah, well, I was super into performance. I was always the kid who wanted to do recreations of scenes from the films, or like I was super into Queen actually growing up.
Yeah.
So very theatrical performances. I love the stage, the costumes, and the whole kind of glamour of it. So I would just get all my family to watch me being Freddie Mercury. I'd slick my hair back, I'd put the
Nice.
moustache on, and I'd come in, I'd be doing all the Queen numbers. So I think my performance kind of streak was always there
Yeah.
from as a child. And then when I grew up a little bit, I was in school plays and stuff. But then when I hit puberty, I got really shy,
hmm
and then
Wow.
I didn't want to go on stage anymore. So I kind of didn't want to do anything. And then when I got a little bit older, and then I was in my early 20s, then I think then I was doing some modeling, and somebody put me forward for a commercial,
hmm
and I got the
Mm.
job, and there was quite a bit of acting in it. And I realized, oh, yeah, this is what I loved. So then I pursued it. Then I went and trained. Then I got an agent, and then it kind of started. Yeah, started from there. So it's always been in there, that kind of
Yeah.
love of the performance.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated with like stage performances and stuff like that. I'm just like I love the idea of it. I love like the production of it, but I'm not good at it. So like I would never, I would never do it myself. But I'm like I just love the idea of like people going out there and putting it all on stage, and just killing it.
I love that your
Oh
inspiration
well,
was
there's
Queen.
definitely growing. Yeah, Queen, David Bowie. I watched a film called The Labyrinth. Do you know The
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Labyrinth? Where
With David
David Bowie
Bowie.
plays the Goblin King.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was that's another one. That I was that age, and Grease was also like so. It's kind of like even musicals that got
Mm.
me inspired,
hmm
even though I'm not music. I haven't got a musical bone in my body. The reenactments of Freddie Mercury were probably quite tone deaf. But I just went for it. So that's kind
Yeah.
of what got me into it. But saying that, you're saying just killing it and getting on stage.
Yeah.
Believe me, there's been a lot of times where I've got on stage and not killed it. As a performer, you have to do these things where, you know, when you're learning, not everything's going to be your greatest performance. But I think that's the
Right.
hard bit, is coming back from something that you know hasn't gone so well, and
Yeah.
having the balls to get up and do it again and try again until you obviously become better. So yeah, some kids just get up and they're amazing from the very first go.
Right.
But you know, some are good, some are bad. It's all a learning process.
So that being said, do you have like, out of all the, you know, sort of performance stuff you've done on stage, at any time period, do you have like a favorite like horror story, as far as like something went so bad you were like, oh shit, should I run on stage or should I just keep going, you know?
Yes. What comes to mind is the very first real professional theatre job I had was doing panto. Do you have pantos over in the States, or is that more of a British thing?
I don't think so. I'm
No,
not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Right. Well, pantomime is basically, it's quite a British thing. It's theatre. It's aimed at kids. It's very slapstick. They kind of do like Jack and the Beanstalk and stuff that have big characters. It's very innuendo and lots of comedy in it. And my first professional acting job was in a pantomime tour, and it was going around schools. And so it's like a production that you put up. It's like a portable stage. You put it all up in different schools. You do the performance. You set the lights up, and it's like a five-hander, so 5 cast members. And we drive around the country doing this show. And it was my first ever professional job, and I'd never done pantomime before. And it is a very particular style of acting. And I got brought on board very late in the process because somebody had broken their arm.
Oh,
so they cast me in it 2 weeks before it was meant to go out. So they'd all been learning it for ages. So I came in very late, so I had to learn it all, never done it before. So everyone was very helpful, and I sort of knew what I was doing. But the very first show, I can remember being so nervous and not knowing what I was really doing, but I just went for it. But my character had to multi-role as the actual character was, and then there's a big giant cat that comes out with a big head that comes out for part of it with the feet, and it's a full skin but with a huge head that you can sort of see out of. You put like, there's a helmet inside, so you can't really see where you're going. But I hadn't really practiced in this suit, and it's got huge feet as well, the big cat. And I came out and I didn't know that the helmet inside had a strap where you could make it fit your head.
Yeah.
So it had been on somebody's head who was smaller than mine. So it didn't actually sit on, it kind of balanced on the top, which was fine. I could see out. And then when I came out, the ear hit a bit of the stage. So it turned. So I couldn't see, the eyes were facing that way. So I can remember just shuffling out, and the big foot caught one of the flats, one of the back, like there's backdrops, caught that and knocked it over. So that one of the whole side of the stage fell over, and they had to kind of hold me and then guide me off. And it was bad. And I remember that because when the stage fell down, you could just see everything behind, all our costume, all our bags and everything. Yeah, it was really embarrassing. And they were like, they were trying to be nice to me and be like, oh, it's fine, no one really noticed. But I could see everybody looking like,
no one noticed it.
No, they were. It was our first show, and these guys have been doing it for years. They're slick, they're fast. And I'd also left, I'd had a bottle of water behind, and I hadn't put the lid on. And with the foot, I'd kicked that as well. So water went all over the sound deck behind. It was disastrous. And that was the first one. So yeah, that sticks in my mind as being embarrassing.
That's hilarious. I'm curious about, and this is a stupid joke, but like you said that the actor before you broke their arm. I wonder if like the director was like, I didn't mean, when I said break a leg, I didn't fucking mean it. You know?
Yeah. Breaking limbs all over the place. Yeah. So they probably like would have preferred the person with the broken arm than you, right, wrecking the show. But I just want to say I did get better from that point. It couldn't get any worse than that. But yeah, we did it for 9 weeks, and by the end I was in that cat suit owning it. I was be able to dance and everything, and nobody got hurt, so it was good.
Yeah, it's real good. Let's start off with Cinderella's Curse. So you started in Cinderella's Curse as the wicked stepmother, which which you did a good job because I fucking despised your character. I was like, she is fucked up, dude. She
Yeah.
is super fucked up. So how did you get casted for that? How did that come into your life?
Well, I have worked with the guys that actually it was Louisa, the one I mentioned, who approached me first randomly on that casting website.
Mhm.
She was part of that production, and I had worked with her quite a lot of times on various films over the years. And then they decided they were going to do Cinderella's Curse,
Yeah.
and they chose Kelly, who played Cinderella, and
Right.
Chrissy was the evil stepmother. We are really good at working together. You know,
Yeah.
when they've got a little crew, they know they can rely on you, and they know you'll be able to bring. They've obviously seen what I've done in other films,
Hmm.
and knew I'd be able to bring that creepiness and that what they wanted to that role. So yeah, I got offered that without having to audition for it, which was
Oh,
really
cool.
cool. And I was actually in Cannes Film Festival
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that you're credited.
when
Yeah.
I got the message. Yeah, we were out in you were out in Canada. We were at a pool party. We were getting a bit loose, actually, having a really great time. And then I got this text message that said, "Yeah, you're going to be. We're offering you a role in Cinderella's Curse as the wicked
Hmm.
stepmother." And I went to Kelly. I was like, "I've just got." And she looked at her phone. She was like, "I've just been offered to play Cinderella." And then Chrissy, who
Oh
was with us,
shit.
she was like, "Oh my god, I'm playing the wicked stepmother. No, I'm playing. Who was she playing? I can't
Were the
remember. But we were all
sisters?
the main characters, and we were like, right, let's get another drink and celebrate. So, and then the next day it was all in the press. So, yeah, they did the press release the very next day. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where everything just aligns, and when you've worked
Right.
hard for a long time with different things, yeah, you just sometimes get lucky and get offered roles that turn out to be really cool. So,
And Luis is the director, right?
Louisa, well, yeah, she was the director for that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, by chance, because we've done a bunch of interviews with people out in the UK and
Yeah.
in that area, and she followed our account, and I was like, oh shit, Cinderella's Curse, blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh that's cool, and then since then we've been kind of snowballing and talking to all you guys, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should
small
get
world.
Louisa on. She's fabulous. I've done loads of films with her. She's really, really fun. She's a
Yeah,
good chat.
because we noticed that a lot of you actresses work in a lot of films together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I can imagine the chemistry between everybody is really good since you guys are constantly around each other in multiple films.
Yeah.
I will hope it
yeah.
is, put it that way.
Well, yeah, no, be honest, because the people who work well together, that works because it's an intense environment being on on the horror sets
Mhm.
because it's long hours and we don't have the longest period of time to film these,
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I heard.
and the
That's what we
budgets,
hear.
Yeah.
they're not huge, like, as you can probably imagine. So you have to have people who are willing to just go for it, and you'd maybe you might have to work long hours, or they might have to do reshoots and stuff, and you've just got to be like ready to go. You've got to be on your lines. You can't have anyone, you don't have time to like go for takes. If you do a huge scene and somebody messes up their lines and stuff, if someone does that all the time, they don't really gel, because it just ruins it for everyone. You give your best take and then somebody's forgetting all their lines. So people who work well together, which was us lot, then yeah, it makes it easier for everyone. The
Yeah.
director and the vibe on the set is really important in these things as well, because it's quite grueling. So when the cameras aren't rolling, if everyone gets on, it just, yeah, it's important.
Yeah, we were told that it's really time crushing. Like a lot of people say like you get like 7 days to film a movie and it's done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 7 days. I mean, 10 days, and you are laughing. It's like, yeah, somebody. The first one I ever did, which Louisa got me on, which was um, the oh, I'm Alexa the nurse, who I've forgotten what the name of it is called now. Plastic surgeon, demonic plastic surgeon. That's the
Okay.
one. Yeah, that was the first one, and it was done in 5 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I hadn't got any idea that you could possibly film anything in 5 days. I had
Yeah,
done a
me either.
short film that had taken 5 days. A short student film took 5 days. So I was like, wow. But when you get there, there's a lot of crew, and they also use crew that work really well together, because as much as the actors obviously important, the crew I think are even more important, because some of the gaffers are just like They read each other's mind. One's putting the lights up, changing the colors on it,
Mhm.
reading each other's mind. They know what their director wants, and they are, well, once finishing this little bit of the scene here, they're already setting up with they work like clockwork. So it's got to be very much bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
There's no time for no time for chatting.
How many shots do you usually get? Like when you're filming like a gruesome scene, that's like a gory scene, do you usually have to take like a 1 or 2 shots and it's done?
Well, because it's a lot of practical effects,
Yeah.
which is amazing, and it's super fun to do.
Mhm.
But that can be more like for the main ones, you might get 1 or 2 goes because obviously the special effects takes them ages to do,
Yeah,
and if the costume is then we'll have a few backup of costumes if it's going to get covered in blood.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes the slash or the stab or the rip or whatever's done to the person and the blood's everywhere, to reset all of that to do it again is time and it's money. So you maybe get for the big ones, because obviously the kills and the gore is crucial to the film.
Yeah.
So you might get more time spent on those, but that's mainly giving the makeup artist time to come in and check things, to get the lighting right and to get everyone happy. We'll do a few camera rehearsals to make sure that they don't miss it. But yeah, you probably get 1, maybe 2 goes of that because it's just not possible to keep redoing it. It's 1 angle really. So yeah, not loads.
Yeah, I assume, just because of how long you guys have to film a movie, things usually I assume things have to be done like, all right, we gotta get this in 1 go and move on and move on and move on.
Yeah, and you can't be one of those actors who's like, oh no, I think I could do it better. Can I have another go? You've got to be ready to go. And like dialogue scenes where it's just something that's moving the story forward, maybe not a gore or a fight scene, those will normally be a wide and a close, so you get 2 goes and that's it. They'll move on unless it's completely wrong, but so they focus on the actual gore, which is what the horror fans want.
Right.
So the dialogue bits, you have to really be on your A game for that to make it snappy.
Right on. That's
so
cool.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I saw, okay, so before we get into like sort of the big, like
there's
the bigger,
a lot,
yeah, because you've done a lot. So I saw that you were credited on Humpty Dumpty, The Curse of Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, I want to see that.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
I watched, I think, most of it because Nicola Wright was on there. So
oh yeah, you had Nicola. You had her. I listened to that one actually because I looked through all of your podcasts, and the ones I listened to a few. I make sure I listen to the ones of the people that I know.
Yeah.
That's where I met Nicola. She's fantastic in that, isn't she? Can we just say how well she plays the lady with dementia? She's got such range, Nicola. I love her, and I think that was my 3rd horror film, maybe, that I'd done. So yeah, we stayed in did we film that during COVID? I can't remember.
I think so.
What did you think of it? I think it was during COVID, and we stayed in this house, and we filmed 2 films back to back: Spiders something and Humpty Dumpty, The Curse of Humpty Dumpty.
Okay.
So yeah, it was 2 completely different characters. I finished one film after a week and then shake it off and then there were 2 completely different characters as well. So it was good. But did you enjoy that one? What did you think?
I
you could be totally honest.
No, I didn't,
be honest.
Okay.
Be honest. He's trying to think of something. He's all, well, how can I put this?
I didn't get to finish it. Because I read, it was actually the time when I was in talk to Nicola. So I didn't finish it, and like a lot of times when I start a movie and like I already do the interview, I don't finish them, sometimes. So I like the concept. I like
Shame on you.
I know. I'm the worst. So.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, but I was being polite.
I'll say it. Shame on you.
I like the story of it. I thought the story was like they actually brought a story to something that doesn't really have a story, I just felt like the costume design was a little weird, but I get it because all the cracks and everything.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, it was a hard take because like he's basically a life-size puppet. So
yeah,
and then he has like
but I think with that was the first one, because that was Scott, who obviously did Winnie
the
Pooh. I think that was the first kind of dipping the toe into something that was a nursery rhyme or a children's story before before, because he's always had the big dreams, obviously, and he wrote that one. And I think with a bigger budget, obviously could have been so much more stuff. That was the first one, I think, of the low budget ones that went on to like YouTube or something.
Yeah.
And, you know, as you're probably aware, lots of the low budget ones, they get obviously got the fans, but then they get a lot of people who maybe don't appreciate what it takes to make a film on a low budget and everything. They don't take that into account. They'll just slate it. They're like, no, but this one actually got a lot of people really like this one. I think it was the first one that really hit well with the viewers, like on YouTube and stuff. So I think they thought, oh, we've got something here. People like that kind of angle. So then I think that led to along the lines where the Winnie the Pooh ideas all came from, which obviously we know what happened there.
Yeah,
that was a success. So
I need to watch it. I'll watch that tonight. I need something to watch. I still need to watch Critters, dude.
Yeah, and then you know. So how did it go? So you worked on Winnie the Pooh. Was it that first before you started working like Steven and Natasha, or because we?
Yeah, because Winnie the Pooh was 2023.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
First Winnie the Pooh.
Have you had Steven and Natasha on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see them on the. Was that quite a while ago? That I didn't see them on the list.
They should be on there.
Yeah, they're on there.
Natasha Tassini. Yeah, we had them both on there.
Yeah. Oh, they're really good friends of mine. I met Tash on Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
And I did another. I think I did anyway. But that's the one that brought us, you know, really kind of good friends. Because with the Winnie the Pooh stuff, we did a lot of touring around and press, and we do Comic Cons and stuff, and we're on that together. So she's been a good friend of mine. We go to the premieres and things, you know, and she's come to stay at my house, and then she's got me up on a film in there. So that's another really cool thing about this. You make really good friends in the business, and it's not just when you're on set and stuff. We actually go and do these things and have such a good time together. We've met like really like-minded people, like girls who are just super fun and down to earth, and then we get to do this horror films as well. So yeah, it's cool.
It seems like that, especially in the UK genre of horror. It seems like a lot of the actors that stick together are very humble around each other. So I think that's really cool compared to compared to the US, because it's so massive and big. There's so many personalities. You know.
Yeah.
I feel that because we did have a crew coming over from the US, and they were surprised at how like tight we were.
Yeah.
I feel like they came from LA, I think, or somewhere near LA, and there was an actress and a DOP and a director, and they were just saying about how people are not like that. That it's much more.
Yeah.
They're kind of out against each other and stuff, and they could see that we were actually really friends. And she was like, "Oh wow, okay, it's not exactly the same in the States, so.
Especially in LA."
I guess you'd probably, I think, maybe it's LA.
LA is a whole nother world.
I've been to LA, but it was before I started doing film. I used to do presenting, like TV hosting, music events. So I was in LA for that, but I haven't experienced any of the sort of kind of film side of it. But it can be a bit cutthroat, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Just from what I hear. Yeah.
I lived in a part of LA for a year. I lived in Long Beach for a year.
Okay.
I loved Long Beach. I hated going to LA, like downtown LA. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
And like because I've been to Hollywood and all this stuff, because I lived like an hour away from, like, taking the train from Long Beach to LA is about 45 minutes. And it's just I couldn't stand being in the city. But Long Beach itself, I loved it, because the people of Long Beach were a lot friendlier. They were a lot nicer. You know, like they were really easy to get along with compared to being like in a part of LA. So
not the stereotypical kind of fake LA type.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Yeah, Long Beach was like Long Beach felt natural.
Well, it's more of a beach town too, right?
Yeah. Well, because I've been to Venice Beach. Venice Beach fucking sucks too. I hate fucking Venice. I could have stopped.
I went to Venice Beach.
I could have stopped.
I don't know where Long Beach is. Where is that in relation to, say, Venice Beach?
Long Beach is by Cerritos, so it's like going towards So it'll be like Venice. It'll go Santa Monica and then Venice, I think, and then it'll go Orange County. It'll be next over.
Yeah. Okay.
So Where's that?
Right, well,
Where's the island? You know, the Catalina Islands.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
That's it. Yeah. So you could take the boat. That boat comes from Long Beach to Catalina.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You know what the Queen Mary is?
And where are you, Dino?
Well, we're both.
Yes.
We're both from San Jose.
Yeah.
Like, which is like.
Oh, are you? Okay.
In San Jose now.
Okay. I didn't know why. I thought you. I didn't know if you would be in the same studio or joining from different places.
No, we live like 5 minutes away from each other.
Like 15 minutes.
Oh.
My studio's too small.
Why travel when you've got the internet?
Yeah, I used to go in this little studio, and then I got my own equipment and I started setting up here.
It's just easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
So how was that experience with all the success of the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Like, how was that ride for you? Because that's that was such a massive hit when it came out. Like people yeah.
I mean, because now the time has passed, so you kind of like, not that you minimize it, but you kind of like, you're used to it now. But when it first happened, I'd only done a few kind of horror films, and this suddenly blew up. So for us, it was so exciting. I can't tell you how excited we all were for, like, Scott and Reese, like the directors, the producers, DOP, everyone involved. We couldn't believe that, because it's just, we've made quite a lot of these indie horror films now, and some of them got more popular, but this one suddenly, within it hadn't even it hadn't been released or a trailer. The only thing that had happened is, obviously, it gets a listing on IMDb, just saying that it's out, even pre-production and stuff. There was just a list of the cast, a couple of stills from the filming, not even from a trailer, had gone on to the IMDb page. One horror website, I don't know which one it was, had run this story, Winnie the Pooh horror, and then it's just gone TMZ, and everybody, all the big hitters are talking about it. And it went viral literally overnight. And now I know how viral things work, because then you start getting phone calls from everywhere. Then it was saying that they're going to take it, they want to do a cinema release, and it wasn't ready for a cinema release. So they put their budget in, and they did some reshoots, changed the story a bit, focus, because if the gore is going to be on a big screen, obviously that's a bit different to if you're going to do it on a streaming site. So I had to try and do a little bit more to it. But it was wild, and it was just, do you know what? It was really fun, because the movie was fun, and we all just were like so grateful for the ride. We didn't expect it to happen, didn't know where it was going to lead. We're just like, right, let's enjoy the ride. We went to Mexico for the premiere, and they made such a big effort with it. They turned the whole cinema complex into 100-acre woods. There was trees everywhere, pots of honey falling over. They had so many of their celebrities there, influencers. They had gone all out. It was a big deal over there, like a really big deal. Like the red carpet, all the press over there. Even like the cocktails, they had done like little honey pots with things and blood coming out of it.
That's really cool.
You literally walked into the woods, and that was my first premiere I'd been to. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I assumed all premieres were like this. They're not. The next one we went to was still lovely, but obviously it was like not on that scale. They hadn't put that much money in. So I was like, oh, okay. We were really looked after on that. And it was great to watch. It was just the first time go to see myself at the cinema. Great trip to Mexico, really enjoyed it. So it was wild, but good.
That sounds wonderful, actually.
Yeah. Really nice.
So we will jump into next.
Okay, so speaking of Natasha and Steven, you guys had to work together in several, lower, these independent films.
Low budget horrors, call them what they are.
Yeah, he was trying to think of the word, but he's being polite. He's being really nice today.
So I
know. No, this is all great. So you guys did a spicy movie, and I was so like, what the fuck,
it's random. It's just a random ass movie.
So random, because I saw on my TV I could look up actors, right, like to see what movies they're on, and I could and then I saw, and I don't know how I missed this with Steven and Natasha, like for some reason, like I don't know if I brushed over it or something, but I saw that you guys all on all three were in this film, and I was like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and this is like before Blood and Honey was no, this is after Blood and Honey, right? This has to be because, or is
It
it
looks
before?
like it's before.
It's before, right? 2023 is when it released.
No, it must have been after because the first role Tasha had was Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, and
I
then,
reckon
yeah.
it was after that, but Winnie hadn't blown up yet.
So it had to
Because
be
it was
right
ages
after.
after we
Okay.
filmed Winnie. We filmed Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah.
and then we obviously do lots of these. I think it was shortly after filming Winnie, but Winnie hadn't, no one knew anything was going to happen with that then,
Right.
I would imagine. Because that was filmed, it was really cold when we filmed Winnie, and it was warm with that one. So we must have done that maybe March or something with Winnie the
Okay.
Pooh, and then maybe June we did the other one. And then just after that, Winnie went
Viral.
wild, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was
You
so
saw
like,
that we were all in it. What did you think?
I was like, what the fuck is like? I was just so like confused, like, because
That movie is crazy. That movie, so that movie is crazy. I get it. It makes sense. I like it
right.
because you know it's the neglected housewife whose romanticism with her husband is falling apart, and they take this trip to this this wild swingers party basically,
Yeah,
and
swingers, that was
she
good.
gets caught in the moment and in the heat and the vibe and the passion, and that's what she's seeking, and she stays there and ends up getting shitted on by the guy who owns the
Yeah.
place,
Right.
which is what you
Yeah.
did a good job in that too, because when you left your husband it pissed me off when you when you first kicked him
Poor
out.
Steven.
Yo, get out of here, get out. I was like, oh, poor guy. Oh, this dude is just like this dude. I feel so bad for him because he didn't do shit. I was like, he
He's
kind
like,
of did
oh
shit. You know,
yeah.
he kind of got into it really way too quick than she did. You know, he's like fucking all into it. Like,
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
already
he
making
was
out.
really enjoying
yeah.
it. He was leaving me
And
out.
right off the bat, I
Yeah.
saw in the whole hot tub scene. I said, he don't give a fuck about her at all. And but it
Yeah,
was
no, I
good. You know,
know.
it's different.
It was
It's
yeah.
a because it's like a thrill. It's like a drama thriller.
Well,
You
it kind of
know.
like tells
Yeah.
all the time, right? I mean, once you get like that neglect, and you gotta stop having those. Well, one person has stop having those feelings.
Yeah.
That's when things really fall apart. So
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So
Attention seeking the
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the craving the attention that you're not getting from your partner.
Everybody wants to be loved, especially by their husband, and when you feel like
Yeah.
he's
right.
not giving you that.
Yeah.
But then obviously it got a bit risque, shall we say.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
risky.
Yeah.
It looked risky as a motherfucker. I can tell you that.
So how
But
did you guys break character a lot when because you guys are all friends? Were you just
yeah,
like I would have break
I was
character.
absolutely howling with laughter in 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 the scenes, the sex scenes, obviously because we know each other.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it wasn't awkward and stuff. So we're just chat, like we're completely naked and we're just chatting away, waiting for the cameras to start rolling. But
yeah.
in the I think Steve will be fine with me telling you this bit, but in the scene where there's a scene where there's a foursome. It's me and my husband, and then two other people, and we had to swap over.
Yeah.
And it was so bloody hot because it was summer in this room, and we had to keep the windows closed because it was sound, right?
Right.
Because there's noise. So
Sounds
the
so
windows are closed,
uncomfortable.
and we were sweating. And they were like, right, well, for modesty, we'll give you, they have pouches, modesty pouches. And on the budget, what they had for the modesty pouches for the girls were these skin coloured like hairbands, which sort of clipped under your fanny,
Okay.
which didn't stay on. So they didn't stay on at all. So we were just sort of standing to the side. And for the boys, the modesty pouch was a flesh coloured silk sock.
Okay.
An actual sock with a band that they had to tie on.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, it didn't stay on. They would start moving, the sock would flop off. Then they'd try and move.
Shit.
Then they tape the sock to the side of the leg, but then moving around. you're like, no, a bit of sock is visible, so we had to cut because it was visible. So in the end, they had tape, and they taped their penises to their leg without the sock. And I can remember the tape that they gave us, it wasn't meant for that, and
Right.
Steve got stuck, and we were having a right panic because he taped it too tight. He taped it round and then to the leg, and we were having a moment because he couldn't get it off, and we were all getting panicky. So in that, if anyone says, does anyone get turned on or carried away, it was so funny, so ridiculous, so hot. Willie's taped, socks flying everywhere. It was just
Yeah.
it was mayhem. So yeah. And you're just going for it, and then a bit of sock, or if something like a body part that shouldn't be visible is visible to the camera, it's no good anymore. So it's very technical, you know. It doesn't, maybe you don't think that's hard acting, but you know, it can be quite, you've got to make sure it's all the right angles, and that it looks passionate, and that you're throwing your head enough, you're making the right noises. So yeah, it's quite, it's
that's
different.
Convincing. Yeah,
it's different to the horror where you got to scream and sound like terrified.
I would be awful.
But this, it was, because we're all friends. It was good fun, but it was just hot, and it was summer, and we did do a lot of laughing. So I just have really good memories from that film when we were laughing, slipping about all over the place.
So
but yeah, you're right. It is a bit of a random one compared to everything else. But there's a female director on board. So it's like, it's going to be from a female point of view.
Right.
I've seen the lead character. It's going to be with Steve. Like, yeah, let's give it a go. So
the reason why I said it was confusing to me is because, not because of the movie itself, like the movie was fine, but just because like the chemistry you guys all have together, right? So you did that movie, you did, you know, Winnie the Pooh, you did that movie, and then Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house, which we'll get into in a second. But then you did a holiday movie with Steven also. And I was like, you guys went from like sexy to like I don't know.
Hitting all the genres.
hitting all the marks. Yeah, and I was like, this is such a crazy like world you guys live in, because it's like you go from one spectrum all the way to the other, to like a family, you know, to a family film, and I'm like,
I know
that must have been bizarre. You're like, I've seen your dick.
It's so funny because we're such good friends, and we're not. There's no sex. We're not like sexual in real life. We just get on really well, and I find it really easy to act alongside him. We're just really comfortable together. And we get on, and in between scenes we chat about everything. We have nice deep chats. We have a laugh. So he's just a really great guy to work with. But it is funny thinking of all that we've played husband and wife or lovers so many times, but in such wildly different scenarios that it's like, it's definitely makes things interesting. But yeah, the holiday movie, that was another one, but it was like there was maybe a slight bit of romance, but it was very implied and like a slow burner, the odd glance, you know, aren't they, compared to the other one, which was like full throttle. So yeah, we've done both.
How was your experience on Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house?
Yeah,
the project.
Oh, I love that. Well, I only did one day on that because I played the reporter, the YouTuber, getting them all in on my podcast to talk about what they were going to do going to Jack the Ripper's house. And so my experience was great because I came in, I knew what I was doing. Everyone was super welcoming. They all gelled as a team. And so, yeah, the crew, for me, it was only one day. So I went to see it at Fright Fest with them. So I saw the movie, which I loved, but I wasn't there for the whole thing. So I only knew that little one part.
Okay.
But the same crew, the same DOP and some of the same crew, they were then on the romance film, the holiday romance with the dogs film. So when I went onto that, they weren't brand new. I'd sort of met them already on the Jack the Ripper film. So yeah, it's nice. It is like a little, it's a big industry, but also quite small as well. You know, certain people work together quite a lot. So that's nice to see the same people, you know how they work. And it's always good when you've worked with a DOP before, because they can have very different ways of working. So, you know, some of them are very vocal. They tell you they like it. So you're like, oh, okay, you know, that's good. Some, they don't say anything, but it doesn't mean they don't like it. They're just not vocal. They're focusing on something else. So you just, getting to know how different people work. So, yeah, but yeah, great working with those guys.
Yeah, because 2025, you were busy. You did Hunting the Jack the Ripper's House, Husky Christmas, Fairest of Them All, Popeye's Revenge. So let's talk about Fairest of Them All because you were in that as Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yes, well, they made me. It made me look like I'd been dug up after 1,000 years. Yeah, that was so much fun. Yeah, everyone else was like the glamorous princess, and then I'm the one
Yeah.
with dreadlocks, mud in my face, and they were putting yellow on my teeth as well. This makeup, and I was like, oh. I was like, is that going to come off? Because I've actually got crowns on the front of my teeth because I
Hmm.
broke them when I was a kid. So I was
Hmm.
like, these ones are porous. They're not my. I was like, is it going to come off? And at the end of the day, I brushed my teeth and everything came off, and it's still a bit
Okay.
stained on these ones. And I was like, I've got to do this for a week. I was like, I'm going to have teeth like a rat. It's going to be disgusting. And they kept saying they're not dark enough. And because when I smiled, when if it rubbed off, because obviously you look disgusting and like a
Right.
corpse,
Yeah.
and then had smile and they're white. So they kept coming in and putting more on. And the back of my mind was like, oh, please don't stain them forever. And then these big, long, horrible nails, which was really painful because they actually put proper gels on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I grabbed something, they were bending back, and I was like, "Oh my god, agony!" So there was that was quite tough with the costume for that one, but super fun. Getting to work with all the girls and fighting princesses. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I like that movie. I thought the movie was
Yeah.
good. David told me to watch it. He's like, you need to watch it. You'll like that movie. And I
Yeah.
did. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. That's one I definitely enjoyed.
Oh, cool. They actually had fight because sometimes in the low budget horrors, if there's a little fight scene, you kind of work it out by yourselves with the camera guys and stuff and do it. But they actually had the stunt coordinators come in, and we had the padded vests on and stuff under our costumes for some of the scenes, and they taught us how to do certain fight and stuff. So that was actually really
Hmm.
cool because I'd never done that before. So
Mm.
Kelly was picking me up and I had to launch myself back on the table, getting smashed in the glass. There was a lot of action in that, and I found that I really enjoyed doing that. At the end of it, I was like, right, I'm going to go do stunt class and I'm going to become a professional stunt person. Then I realised, no, that's a whole different career. I just really enjoyed it on
Yeah.
that film. Got a bit carried
I
away, but
asked
it was,
about it
yeah.
because not too long. I asked you about it because not too long ago we interviewed Alina Desmond
Yeah.
Oh yes, Aline.
about
She
the
played
movie. So
Alice.
she had
Yeah.
a yeah.
Yeah, she
So
was great
she
in
had a
that
good
as
time
well.
with it too.
Oh, I think everybody did. Again, and that was set in. It was in London where we filmed, and I can
Hmm.
remember it was summer. It was just really nice. Just some really nice people. Again, Lewis was in it. Obviously, he played the Mad
Right. I was gonna
Hatter.
ask you,
Hmm.
like, was that the first time working with Lewis and Elena Desmond?
Oh no, I'd worked with them both many times.
Oh, okay.
I think Lewis and Tash stayed at my house for that one. No, they stayed with me for one film. Yes, for that one. I think that I had
Okay.
them two staying with me. So that's how good friends we are, you know. They're in
Yeah.
London. I was like, yeah, just come crash with me. So we all, yeah, they stayed with me. Alina, I'd worked on it escapes my mind now, but I'd worked with her. Everyone I think I'd worked with before, apart from two of the girls, they were new. But yeah, everyone
Okay.
else, the director, lots of the crew. It was like a happy family doing lots of slashing. Just how we like it.
Oh, you worked with her on a Freddy's Friday, right? That's what it was.
Ah, Freddy's Friday.
Yeah.
Yes, that
You
was
found it.
it.
I was looking for it too. I was looking for it. So let's see if I can find
Ah.
this so quick.
That was interesting because that
Yeah,
movie was
bait me.
interesting too because they used some of the costumes from some of the other low budget films, right? Like they used
Oh, yeah.
Humpty Dumpty and I think another one. Forgot which one. Oh, I think the Scarecrow from the new Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz. Yeah.
And the people don't like that. The people notice and the
Yeah.
people comment. You go
Yeah.
on Letterboxd, which if you dare, because sometimes I get a really nice comment. Other times they're like, you know how people love to trash things,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah, of
They're
course.
like, oh God. As if they used the Humpty costume in there, and they were like so angry about it because it wasn't Humpty.
Yeah.
But at least they're paying attention, so you know. So yeah, no, that was a good one because yeah, I played quite a fucked up character in that, which I enjoyed doing a lot. So
Nice.
yeah, there's a lot of films. It's funny doing this because I have a quick look through my IMDb before I jump on. I'm like, oh gosh, I've actually done quite a lot of films, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. You really
So
have.
I
You're busy.
forget which ones, because they're not all in the forefront of your mind. The forefront are the big ones and the ones you've done more recently. So
Yeah.
It's nice to take a trip down memory lane.
Let's talk about Dino's favorite movie, Popeye's Revenge.
Oh God, yeah.
So tell us
So
about that. How was working on the set of Popeye's Revenge? Because he loved this movie.
Who loved the movie? Who loved it?
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't. I haven't actually watched all of it, if I'm totally honest.
I had a really hard time finishing it. So
okay,
to be honest, but
I haven't watched it all because
It was
there's so
rough.
many films on. Sorry?
It was rough. It was rough to watch.
Oh, was it? Was it bad?
Just Popeye
Okay.
was just rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
They made him so fucking horrible. I could. It was hard to watch him. Yeah.
In what context? You mean badly done, badly
Not
acted,
badly
or
done.
badly...
Just his character as Popeye was just.
Yeah, they haven't
off-putting.
really. I don't think they've really done the justice on the Popeye character in general. With all the iterations of Popeye that's been out, they haven't really like nailed like the Popeye lore as good as it should have. It should be. Because they're all different stories. But yeah, I just feel like they stretch too far on some things, and like sometimes like less is more,
Right.
So like they try to do like these weird turns, twists and turns, and I'm like, you don't need to add that into a movie. It doesn't make sense.
Because I like Popeye the Slayer, man. I was fine with that one. I
was fine with that one too.
I just
Popeye the Slayer, man.
Yeah.
Is that not the one that we did?
No, you did
Popeye's Revenge is like
Popeye's Revenge.
Oh,
yeah.
There was two, wasn't there? The names changed so many times. I think ours was called Popeye Slayer or something. Then another one came out, so then they had to change it. So I can't even remember which one ended up being our one. But no, I was only in the first little bit with Popeye, so I didn't. And I mean, I think I got sent. I didn't end up watching all of it though, so I don't know if I think it was good or bad. But now I'll take your feedback on it. So that
go watch it now.
You have to watch it, yeah.
Yeah, but, as soon as you get off this, put it on.
I like the artwork in the start of it. That's what I liked the most about it was the artwork.
Yeah,
like when it started, I was like,
the artwork was good.
It was like a storybook, yeah.
Yeah, that was
like,
cool.
That's cool, yeah.
And when I saw that, I thought it was gonna take off, and it just didn't go anywhere.
When you saw what the poster.
The beginning of the movie, how it starts as a story.
Oh yeah, the beginning. Well, that's the only bit I was in. I only know that bit.
Deceiving.
But I just remember it was freezing. I cannot explain to you how freezing cold it was. But the movie was meant to be set in the summer, so I had to be in a vest. We didn't get to my scenes until 5 a.m. and I'd fallen asleep in the cabin, and they woke me up. They're like, "Right, it's time for your scene," and I was like, when you wake up and you're so tired and you don't know where you are, like, so I had to get into it. I was like, ugh. We went right down to that pondy bit, and they're like, I was in like a big jacket, and all the crew were in, hoods and things up to here, gloves, breathing. It was so cold.
Yeah.
And then they're like, right, okay, now go. So I had to take the jacket off, be in a vest. It was freezing. And then I had to lay in the mud and then get dragged along. Yeah. And then they had a fake head for me and I had to lay in it. And it was just, one of those things you just got to like try and zone it out. And I was like, I'm going to get so ill because they were like, pulling me through the mud, and I was like, and then we'd put the jacket back on, and then they're like, right, now go over here again. He's going to get you with the hook, and I'm like, it was. I could just remember it being brutally cold.
Yeah, that sounds hard.
Yeah, sometimes those are the tough bits when it's really fun, but when it's cold and it's long, that's the bit that your body wants to shut down and it doesn't want to be cold.
Right. Sounds painful.
Yeah, painful. Yeah, and you're grabbling around, and it's fine. Then when you're finished, you're covered in all the blood, and then that dries, and you're so freezing, and you've got to like wash it. That's the disgusting bit. Trying to wash it off like in a cold sink somewhere, because we were miles from the hotel.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And then the thing is, when you're doing a scene like that, and it's got to be dark. And if you're rushing and then the sun comes up, that's when people are panicking. So you've got to like kind of do it quick so they can't mess around. We're like, we're losing light. Get your face back down in the mud, quick. So yeah.
Someone slams your
It's
face,
quite
like,
crazy.
get back in there. Yeah.
Exactly that.
So a couple of things before we wrap up.
Yeah.
You're coming back for Winnie the Pooh 3. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I am. Yeah, excited for that. It's going to be the Poohniverse, Winnie the Pooh 3. I'm coming back as showgirl because I was in.
Right.
I obviously died in Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Quite brutally. Was quite, I didn't manage to defeat Piglet at the fire pit. Winnie killed me with his honey and drowned me to death and stamped on me. So I'm a goner. But then I came back in
The Peter Pan?
Yeah, Peter Pan, that's the one.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Peter Pan as Pincushion Girl. So my character didn't die in that.
Yeah.
So I'll be back. I don't know exactly. I haven't got the script or anything yet, but I just know that I'm going to be involved in that.
That one's actually my favorite TCU one so far.
Peter Pan was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that one.
That's when they have fight, because I think before with Winnie the Pooh 1, that was the one that broke them basically and put them in a different level. So they then had more budget to then do Winnie 2, which was good. But then I think by the time they've gone to Peter Pan, it's leveled up so much. And what they really have had the vision for the whole time was managed to be closer to realized. And I watched that and I was like, in the cinema, I was like, wow, that a proper film, really.
I want Martin on here, but it's hard to get a hold of him.
Oh, really? Martin, what's he called? Martin
Portlock.
Portlock, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, fantastic as Peter Pan. So chilling, but so well done, so nuanced, and so many little twists in there. I think all of the cast were brilliant. I left that screening thinking, yes, guys, now you're done. That's a good one. I think it's up from here because I think they're limited by so many things before when you've got ideas, and that one they were really allowed to show what they've got. So I was impressed with that one as well.
Yeah, I loved how dark it was and how he took the kids and then went to go kill them, and I was taking them off to Neverland. So they did a really good job on that.
Mm-hmm.
And his acting,
but they didn't go overboard. It was the acting, everybody's acting was spot on, and I think a couple of the actors have won awards for that. In some of the I'm not sure which awards it was, but I've seen a couple. I think the lead girl in it and Martin both won awards, well deserved. So it's great to see, really nice.
So now that you're doing all that, so I noticed you've been doing this for a while, but you've done your one woman performances and stuff like that. And you've also been kind of biting into like stand-up comedy a little bit. So how is that how was that going for you? Like, it looks fun.
It's super fun, and this is like what I'm really focusing on this year actually, is getting into the stand-up. I've always wanted to do it, but it's one of those things that wanting to do it and doing it is like with acting, I guess you train, you'll audition, you'll get a role, you kind of, it's not easy to do, but you get the job or you can create something. But stand up, you have got to write some jokes, have the guts to get up and say them. And, no one's making you do it. You don't get paid for it when you're doing open mic circuits, which is what I'm doing. So you're just putting yourself out there. And, but I've just always wanted to do it. And once you do it and it lands, that buzz is like better than any drug you've ever taken. It's like, it's very addictive, and it's fun. And I've had a little taste of it now. And so that's just something I really want to pursue. I love the joke writing process and working out, how to make something fit, why it didn't work, changing something around. It's a real, because I've got a really creative brain. I'm finding I'm really enjoying that process at the moment. And there's so many good gigs to do in London. So that's a new avenue I'm taking. That's what I'm focusing on at the moment. So it's cool.
That's really cool because there was a time in my life where I wanted to do stand-up comedy too.
You would have bombed.
I did. I say funny ass shit, dude. fucking But there was. I'm
Did you
just.
do it?
No, I never did it. Cause there used to be places around here you could like go on open mics. They had stand up open mic things in San Jose and downtown, and I wanted to do it, but I
Yeah.
fucking was just too much of a fucking chicken shit to fucking
It's hard.
put myself up there like that. You know,
Because
and
I've had friends.
and
Yeah.
I'm fucking hella sensitive and shit. So fucking like I'll take that shit hella personal.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take that shit
I've had friends go up and bomb on open
See,
nights, and
that's
I'm
the
like, oh,
thing.
yeah, it's tough.
It's when you bomb, it's like that is then the worst feeling because you go away and you beat yourself up and you question everything, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm never ever going to be funny again. But then
Right.
you then to then get back and try again.
Yeah.
That's the hard bit because most people will quit within like 3 gigs,
Yeah.
and then they say in stand-up open mic circuit, until you get to 100 gigs, you're completely green. Anyone in the industry is like, how many gigs have you done? When you get to 100, you'll know if you've got the, if you've got the stamina for it. You'll have learned so much about joke writing, and then by 100, then assess. So I'm kind of like at 30 at the moment. So I've got past the stage where I'm going to quit after 10 gigs or something. So I'm definitely going to get to 100, 1 billion%, and then see. So, and I've definitely progressed so much from number 1 to number 30. So I'm thinking between 30 to 100, so I'm getting good feedback on some of them. And the main thing is I love it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I get excited to go open
You have
mics.
to,
But,
yeah.
it's, you said you wanted to do it.
No, well, yeah, he
you
wanted
still
to
could do it.
Yeah. I know me. If I say something funny and someone has a laugh, I'll get pissed off. I'm like, that show was funny, dude. Come on. I'll get mad. I'll get mad up on stage.
And then you'll get them laughing because you'll be like, come on, that's funny.
You'd be like Kramer, like fucking Kramer.
Yeah,
on
turn
stage.
to the next Kramer. lose my shit completely up there.
That's how you get famous, dude.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
You'll go viral for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Nick, do you have anything before my final question?
So what's besides all that good stuff we talked about, what's new for your horizon? What's going on besides Winnie the Pooh 3, Pooniverse, your stand-up, anything else new for you happening in the future that you see coming on?
Well, the main thing right now is I want to focus on just creating things that I love. So focusing on doing the stand-up and not saying yes to too many things, because I'm the kind of person that will be doing yes to this, yes to that, and just find myself getting burnt out, because I think I did 8 films back to back one year, the year before last or something, and it was just crazy because it's night shoots and everything, and then working as well because I'm a kids entertainer and I also a fitness instructor and I'm doing comedy and I've got to try and have a life as well and reading scripts, doing auditions, blah blah blah. Normally, just so much stuff. My brain is like woo. So this year, it's choosing things like being selective and not blanketing myself over everything. So focusing on stuff and doing them really well rather than just saying yes to a million things and going a million miles an hour like I normally do. So this year it's like slowing down a little bit, but then being able to focus more on a few things. So that's that's the plan. Yeah. And try and stay sane while doing it. So
That part.
I said try. It hasn't happened before.
I'm still trying. It's an ongoing struggle.
Hey, so if those other things don't keep you busy, I mean, you still have foot modeling, right?
That's right.
Oh,
I had to bring it up.
How could I forget? Yes. Oh, do you know what the funny thing is? I have I don't know much about foot fetishes, believe it or not, but now I've been thrown into the wild. I've got so many DMs now saying more foot pics, amazing souls. Are you really doing foot pics? And I'm like,
what?
How much could I get paid? But I hate my feet, so I don't want to. But I didn't know about Wiki Feet. Do you know about Wiki Feet?
No, we have something else in the US.
Do you know about? Sorry?
I know. I think we have something else in the US.
Wiki Feet. Oh, but it's like Wikipedia, But
Oh.
for feet, people have profiles on there. It's for
What?
wiki feet,
What
and
the
everyone's
hell?
got wiki. Yeah, look it up, right? And
I'm
I
gonna look
didn't
it
know
up.
because somebody commented. Commented on my foot picture, which I didn't even know was going to be a foot picture, and said, "I have added this to your wiki feet page," and I was like, and then I googled it.
What
Wiki
the?
feet is basically like Wikipedia,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for foot. And I have got Danielle Scott has got a wiki feet profile page, and I have got a 4.5 out of 5-star rating
Oh,
for
wow.
my
Oh,
feet.
that's awesome.
And there are feet pictures on there where people have taken stills from Instagram sketches I've made years ago, a photo when I was on a paddleboard 5 years ago. These pictures are on there. I'm doing some yoga thing and I'm rolling back in one sketch I've done. So my feet are like that. They've taken a screenshot of it. That's on there. And I am like, and there's movies where I'm sat on a like,
Yeah.
horror films, and I'm just sat on the couch, just in one of the scenes, my toes are out. That's on there. I'm like, oh my goodness. I
No,
can't
no,
believe like people have got too much time on their hands.
no,
It's
enlarged.
crazy. So I didn't know. Yeah. But I'm glad I haven't got like a 1-star rating or something.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
quite upset.
So I have a friend.
So yeah, so
I have a
go
friend
on.
that she broke her ankle like a couple years ago or so, and she has a big scar on her ankle, and her boyfriend was like, "You should put this on Feet Finder," and it's like, so it's like the same thing. It's Wiki Feet, but it's like, but in the U.S. it's called Feet Finder, and so she has a profile on there, and like
Oh,
she,
really? That's
he's like, you could probably make money just because of the scar, and like just put your, paint your toes, fucking, whatever. And like, so she had a profile on there for me. I don't know if it's still on there, but
wow. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, so that's also something I'm probably going to be heavily focusing on in 2026 is, the toe pictures, the angles, the
Yeah.
content.
I'll give you 5 stars. How about that?
It works well for the comedy angle as well, I guess. But
Yeah.
And there's people making millions of dollars with fucking pictures of the feet on the internet.
Yeah, probably.
Dude,
I
fucking,
know. And now I've got this. Would you judge me if I started selling feet pics?
no,
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 not at
no.
all. I encourage
No.
it.
I'm the
Okay.
last. I'm the last motherfucker to be judging anybody. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll share it. How about that?
Okay, fair. I'll take that. So yeah,
Um,
watch this space.
yeah, I mean that we're out of time, but
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay,
yeah, thank you
lovely.
for spending the time with us. I mean, this was fantastic.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time with you, Miss Danielle
Thank
Scott.
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
lots of
it's
fun.
super fun to chat to both of you. And well, thank you for inviting me on. It's been great. Hope you
Yeah.
got some good stuff for your audience and
Definitely.
yourselves.
And
Nice one.
we look forward to seeing more of you and Winnie the Pooh 3 and Universe, and we look forward to see you dropping your feet pics in
Yeah.
2000, in
Watch it out.
2027.
Toes coming
I'll
at
share
you for
some.
2026. Woo!
That's right.
Nice one, guys. Thank you so much. It's
So
been a real pleasure.
for those that
We're
are
gonna, yeah, hold on.
for those that
We're
are
almost
listening
there.
to us, yeah, for those that are listening to us, we are I am Kelly_DTO on Instagram. Our channel is Beyond the _ Ether on Instagram. And if you want to email us about how much you hate me, how much you hate this luscious beard of mine, you can email us at boocrew2025@gmail. What you got,
And
Nick?
you can find me on Instagram at Bay Area Creep. And Danielle, you want to shout out anything?
Yep, you can find me on WikiFeet under Danielle Scott. I'll be the one with 4.5 stars for these toes. And also you can find me on Instagram. I'm _Danielle _Scott _. Who needs more underscores? There we go.
Never
Right
enough.
on. Right on.
Well, I hope you have the rest of a wonderful night, and
Yeah.
we will
Thank
keep in
you.
touch.
Lovely.
And best of success to everything you have going on in the future.
Same.
Thank you very much.
All right, take
Appreciate
care.
both. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.